My name is Max, and I once struggled with money until realizing that changing identity truly transforms financial behavior. Hit. Like if saving attempts have failed before, comment about your money challenges and subscribe for practical strategies to succeed. Many think earning more will fix finances, but behavior is shaped by identity, not income or budgeting apps alone. Life constantly interrupts plans. Car repairs, expensive dinners, or stressful days can push old spending habits back immediately. Even careful budgets sometimes fail. It can feel as if the bank account betrays every effort to control money. The core issue lies in self-perception around money, not the numbers or tools used to track expenses carefully. Willpower has limits. It tires quickly, while identity silently guides financial decisions even when nobody is observing. Acting against identity feels uncomfortable, causing attempts to save to falter as old habits quietly reassert themselves. Viewing oneself as careless with money triggers excuses and small purchases that reinforce the old self without awareness. Even apps, spreadsheets, or homemade coffee routines can't override ingrained identity. Old habits naturally resurface over time. Small, consistent actions like saving $5 provide evidence that a new responsible financial identity is forming gradually. Investing $10 in an index fund proves the ability to make thoughtful, disciplined financial decisions, even in small steps. The first savings are hardest, not because of money, but because the old identity resists adopting new financial habits. Each dollar set aside signals. Maybe this person can save, invest, and manage money intelligently on a consistent basis. Wealthy people aren't stronger in willpower. They act naturally because identity aligns with saving, investing, and smart financial choices. Changing identity takes time. Proof through repeated small actions gradually makes disciplined financial behavior automatic and effortless. The first $10,000 isn't just a milestone. It marks a psychological shift, bringing confidence and financial freedom. With walking away money, one can leave toxic jobs, difficult bosses, or draining relationships without fear, negotiating from strength. Financial security creates a positive feedback loop. Confidence grows, decisions improve, opportunities expand, and wealth increases naturally over time. Consistent small habits reinforce identity. Saving and investing gradually become automatic behaviors, requiring little conscious thought or effort. Understanding finance alone doesn't change behavior. Habits follow identity, not knowledge about compound interest or investment strategies. Despite years of reading finance books, money stayed stagnant in low-interest accounts, reinforcing old habits instead of driving change. Doing nothing can feel safe, but it quietly strengthens the identity of someone who procrastinates on important financial decisions. Investing even $50 in an index fund taught more about identity than thousands left untouched in savings accounts ever could. Every small action provides evidence. This person saves, invests, and makes consistent financial choices aligned with a responsible identity. Wealth isn't built through shortcuts or perfect strategies. It starts with seeing oneself as someone who controls money effectively. Trying to optimize without reshaping identity is like building a house from the roof down instead of laying a proper foundation. The foundation is self-perception, a person in control of finances, not someone whose life is dictated by stress and scarcity. Shifting identity is uncomfortable, challenging long-held beliefs like being naturally bad with money or unworthy of financial success. Experiencing identity grief is natural. Letting go of old self while embracing a new version capable of disciplined saving and smart investing. Social pressure tests early habits. Friends may joke about frugality or pressure spending, revealing who truly supports financial growth. Boundaries become essential. Phrases like "I can't afford it" or "I'm saving for something important" are confident, complete statements. Over time, disciplined financial behavior becomes automatic, like brushing teeth, requiring minimal conscious effort or willpower to maintain. Saving the first $10,000 triggers brain chemistry changes, reducing stress and improving focus, creativity, and long-term strategic thinking. Financial security affects life beyond money. Career choices, relationships, and willingness to take calculated risks all shift positively. Consistent small deposits reinforce identity, whereas occasional large deposits are interpreted by the brain as one-off events, not habits. Intellectual understanding of finance doesn't equal behavioral change. Habits aligned with identity drive long-term wealth more effectively than knowledge. Even knowing the best actions, it's impossible to succeed without acting in alignment with the identity of someone responsible financially. True wealth emerges from identity and habits, not inheritance, windfalls, or temporary financial gains that fail to transform behavior. Every financial choice, no matter how minor, strengthens evidence of a responsible identity. The first 10,000 proves the new self emerging. Building wealth isn't about the money itself. It's about proving to yourself that consistent, smart financial decisions are possible every day. Even small setbacks aren't failures. They are opportunities to observe old habits and gently reinforce the new identity through mindful action. Every dollar saved or invested becomes evidence for the brain. Consistent, responsible behavior strengthens the perception of being a disciplined money manager. Initially, resisting old spending patterns feels uncomfortable, but each choice gradually rewires the mindset toward long-term financial control. Developing financial boundaries is key. Politely declining unnecessary expenses reinforces the identity of someone who prioritizes long-term goals. Social pressure can challenge commitment. Jokes or criticism from friends may arise when acting differently from past financial behaviors. Those who support your progress become clear. The rest unintentionally reveal habits that hinder their own financial growth. Daily routines like automatic savings create a feedback loop. Identity strengthens, decisions improve, and financial freedom begins to feel natural. The first $10,000 transforms perception of scarcity into a mindset of abundance, allowing bolder decisions in career and life opportunities. Walking away money doesn't just provide options, it changes how people show up in the world, fostering confidence in relationships and negotiations. Behavioral changes ripple outward. Financial consistency improves focus, reduces stress, and enhances problem-solving in professional and personal contexts. Even minor, repeated actions accumulate. Saving $50 monthly teaches the brain that financial discipline is habitual, not exceptional. Temporary windfalls fail to create wealth because identity hasn't shifted. Habits, not one-time gains, define long-term financial stability. Learning to invest and save gradually builds psychological infrastructure, making strategic financial decisions easier and less stressful over time. Confidence grows with proof of responsible actions. Risk-taking becomes measured and intentional, supported by both savings and identity reinforcement. Habits aligned with identity reduce reliance on willpower, allowing financial decisions to become automatic and freeing mental energy for other priorities. Each milestone from small savings to larger investments reinforces belief in capability, making further growth inevitable rather than uncertain. Identity-focused financial change protects against lifestyle inflation, ensuring gains are used wisely rather than immediately absorbed into higher spending. Challenges are expected. Old self-perceptions whisper, "You deserve this." But conscious reinforcement of identity allows decisions to remain aligned with goals. Over months, responsible behavior integrates into daily life, transforming actions into habits and identity into a natural driver of financial success. After several months of consistent saving, financial responsibility stops feeling like effort. It becomes part of daily life naturally and effortlessly. Early challenges reveal who supports your financial growth and who resists change, helping identify true allies in the journey toward stability. Social dynamics shift as spending patterns change. Old habits may make peers uncomfortable, but support reinforces commitment to the new identity. Building financial identity involves accepting discomfort. Each small decision strengthens confidence and reduces the power of previous self-perceptions. Small wins accumulate. Automatic savings, minimal impulsive purchases, and disciplined investments gradually redefine the relationship with money entirely. Walking away money offers psychological freedom, allowing better negotiation, thoughtful career choices, and risk-taking, with reduced fear of negative consequences. Experiencing freedom from scarcity reshapes thinking. Opportunities appear more clearly and decisions align with long-term goals rather than short-term needs. Consistency matters more than size. Saving $50 monthly repeatedly reinforces identity far better than occasional large, irregular deposits. Identity-driven behavior eliminates reliance on willpower. Financial discipline becomes automatic and requires minimal conscious energy to maintain. Early milestones, even small ones, validate the emerging identity, building momentum that encourages larger, more strategic financial decisions. Understanding this, the first $10,000 saved serves as psychological proof that building wealth from disciplined habits is entirely possible. Each success reinforces the belief that consistent, intentional action matters more than sudden, luck-driven gains in long-term financial health. Minor sacrifices and repeated decisions gradually shift self-perception, embedding responsible financial behavior into personality and daily routines. Challenges and setbacks are part of the journey. Learning to reinforce identity despite temptation is critical for lasting transformation. Each financial choice sends a message to the brain. Habits form identity, and identity directs future behaviors consistently over time. Identity-focused transformation reduces stress. As financial control increases, mental bandwidth expands for creativity, focus, and long-term strategic thinking. Confidence grows, reinforcing risk-taking, career development, and opportunities for wealth accumulation previously hindered by fear or scarcity thinking. The approach contrasts sharply with quick fixes or financial crash diets, which fail because they rely on temporary willpower rather than identity change. Over time, habits become automatic. Discipline no longer requires effort or thought, and financial security steadily strengthens confidence and autonomy. Each small, consistent action accumulates evidence of responsible identity, making the journey toward financial freedom increasingly achievable and sustainable. Months of consistent action reveal that financial control is no longer a struggle but a natural extension of identity and daily behavior. Early obstacles highlight supportive peers and reveal those unconsciously reinforcing old habits, clarifying social dynamics during financial growth. As saving becomes habitual, social pressure diminishes, allowing focus on long-term goals rather than peer opinions or external judgments. Each financial decision reinforces identity, creating momentum that supports larger, more strategic choices without reliance on willpower or strict discipline. Walking away money transforms perspective, offering freedom to negotiate, make career moves, and pursue opportunities without feeling trapped by circumstance. The first $10,000 saved is not about wealth itself, but about confirming capability, confidence, and proof of disciplined habits. Overcoming old patterns requires patience. Repeated, intentional actions gradually reshape self-perception and embed financial responsibility into daily life. Even small monthly savings communicate a consistent message to the brain. This person is disciplined, responsible, and financially aware. Identity change allows decisions to feel natural. Long-term financial behavior becomes effortless and aligned with emerging self-image. Challenges and temptations are inevitable. Recognizing them as old identity resistance makes it easier to stay committed to new habits. Consistent reinforcement builds confidence, making risk-taking in career and investments more calculated, intentional, and less driven by fear. Repeated small wins compound, financial autonomy strengthens, creating opportunities that were previously overlooked or avoided due to scarcity mindset. Financial discipline gradually reduces stress. As control increases, mental clarity allows better long-term strategic planning and life decisions. Each milestone, from small savings to first investments, validates the emerging identity and encourages continued progress toward freedom and stability. Identity-focused approach prevents reliance on luck or temporary gains. Habits, not windfalls, sustain long-term wealth accumulation and security. Small sacrifices and intentional behavior gradually reshape personality, embedding responsible financial decision-making into core self-perception. Over time, the process becomes automatic. Decisions align with goals, stress diminishes, and financial security grows without conscious effort. Regular saving and investing habits create a feedback loop. Identity strengthens, confidence rises, and wealth naturally expands over time. Each decision sends a clear message to the brain. Responsible financial behavior defines self-perception, directing future choices consistently and predictably. Months of disciplined action transform money management from a conscious struggle into a seamless, automatic part of daily life, reinforcing new identity. As habits solidify, saving and investing no longer feel like effort. Financial responsibility becomes a natural extension of daily routines. Early mistakes or impulsive spending are opportunities to observe old patterns and gently reaffirm commitment to the emerging financial identity. Every consistent financial choice strengthens belief in capability, reinforcing identity as someone who makes thoughtful, disciplined money decisions. Walking away money builds confidence. Career decisions, business opportunities, and personal choices all become more intentional and less fear-driven. Experiencing consistent saving transforms mindset from scarcity to abundance, creating clarity and freedom for long-term financial planning. identity-focused change outperforms short-term fixes. Repeated mindful actions embed habits that last far longer than temporary strategies. Each dollar saved is evidence. Habits matter more than income, luck, or one-time financial gains in building real long-term wealth. Small monthly contributions signal discipline, teaching the brain that consistent action defines identity rather than isolated successes. Overcoming ingrained patterns requires patience and reinforcement. Repeated behavior gradually rewires thought processes around money and choices. Social reactions vary. Some friends support growth, others subtly challenge new habits, highlighting the importance of boundaries and focus. Reinforcing identity allows decisions to feel natural. Financial behavior becomes automatic, reducing stress and mental load over time. Every small success compounds, confidence grows, and calculated risk-taking becomes easier, supporting career, investing, and wealth-building decisions. Discipline reduces financial anxiety. Consistent habits lower stress hormones, allowing more clarity, focus, and long-term strategic thinking. Even minor milestones validate identity. They reinforce belief in capability, proving that sustained financial progress is achievable. Temporary windfalls or sudden income spikes cannot replace the habits and identity formed through consistent, deliberate financial behavior. Repeated intentional actions gradually reshape self-perception, embedding responsible financial decision-making into daily life and personality. Over months, discipline becomes automatic. Decisions align with goals effortlessly, building security and freedom without constant mental effort. Savings and investments create a feedback loop. Identity strengthens, confidence rises, and opportunities for financial growth naturally expand. Each choice sends signals to the brain, reinforcing identity and directing future behaviors consistently without reliance on fleeting willpower. Months of disciplined financial action transform management from struggle into routine, embedding new identity and sustainable habits seamlessly into life. After months of consistent action, money management feels natural. Saving and investing flow automatically without conscious effort or struggle. Early missteps reveal old habits, but every disciplined choice reinforces identity as someone capable of consistent financial decision-making. Walking away money provides leverage, allowing freedom to leave situations that don't serve goals without stress or guilt. The first 10,000 saved is a psychological milestone, confirming that disciplined habits can produce real financial freedom. Repeated small wins gradually change mindset from scarcity to abundance, allowing confident, intentional decision-making in all areas of life. Social reactions may challenge progress. Support becomes visible and boundaries become necessary to maintain financial growth. Habits aligned with identity reduce reliance on willpower, making financial decisions automatic and sustainable in the long term. Every small action contributes to evidence of capability, reinforcing the perception of being disciplined, responsible, and financially aware. Consistency matters more than size. Regular small savings shape identity more effectively than occasional large contributions. Each milestone builds momentum, making future financial decisions easier, more confident, and naturally aligned with long-term goals. Discipline gradually becomes automatic. Saving, investing, and budgeting integrate seamlessly into everyday life without conscious thought. Every dollar saved or invested reinforces identity, sending a clear message to the brain that responsible behavior defines the self. The first $10,000 changes mindset. Scarcity mindset shifts to abundance, enabling better decision-making and opportunity recognition. Early obstacles and social pressure are normal. Learning to reinforce identity despite these challenges ensures long-term habit formation. Over time, repeated actions create automatic behaviors, reducing stress and freeing mental energy for other priorities and opportunities. Walking away money transforms perspective, allowing negotiation, career moves, and risk-taking without fear or desperation. Identity-driven habits outperform temporary financial hacks, embedding sustainable behavior and long-term wealth creation over shortcuts. Each small win compounds confidence. Strategic financial choices become more natural and aligned with long-term vision for life and money. Social dynamics shift. Supportive people reinforce progress, while those resistant highlight the importance of boundaries for sustained growth. After months of consistent action, habits solidify, identity strengthens, and financial freedom becomes not a goal, but a natural part of life. Over time, consistent savings and investments become effortless, forming habits that define identity rather than relying on willpower or discipline. Each minor financial decision reinforces self-perception, confirming that responsible money management is part of daily life and personality. Walking away money creates freedom, enabling choices in work, relationships, and opportunities without being constrained by fear or scarcity. The first $10,000 saved is more than money. It validates capability, discipline, and emerging financial identity. Regular small wins gradually shift mindset from scarcity to abundance, making careful decision-making natural and automatic over time. Social dynamics evolve. Supportive friends encourage growth, while unsupportive peers reveal the importance of boundaries to maintain new habits. Identity-driven financial behavior removes reliance on willpower, making consistent decisions feel intuitive and effortless. Every saved dollar or investment reinforces identity, sending signals that responsible, disciplined choices define who a person truly is. Consistent small savings teach the brain that financial discipline is habitual, more important than occasional large, irregular contributions. Momentum builds. Early financial wins create confidence, making larger strategic decisions easier and naturally aligned with long-term objectives. Over months, discipline becomes second nature. Budgeting, saving, and investing no longer feel like conscious effort or struggle. Each financial choice strengthens identity, gradually replacing stress-driven behaviors with confident, deliberate money management. Walking away money improves perspective, allowing calculated risk-taking and intentional decision-making without desperation or stress interfering. Identity-focused habits outperform shortcuts. Repeated small actions create sustainable behavior that builds wealth steadily over time. Each incremental milestone validates self-perception, reinforcing confidence and making future financial choices more aligned with goals. Social pressures may challenge consistency. Supportive peers encourage growth while resisting influences highlight the need for boundaries. Discipline and consistency gradually make financial behavior automatic, reducing stress and freeing mental energy for other priorities. Every intentional action signals to the brain, responsible financial behavior defines identity, and guides future decisions effectively. Early milestones, like the first 10,000 saved, transform mindset from scarcity to abundance, enabling clarity in decision-making. Habits align with identity over time. Financial responsibility becomes effortless, integrating naturally into daily life and long-term wealth strategy. Over time, consistent action turns financial responsibility into a habit. Saving and investing no longer require conscious effort or discipline. Early missteps provide lessons. Each repeated action reinforces identity as someone capable of consistent, intentional financial decision-making. Walking away money offers freedom, allowing choices in career and relationships without fear or unnecessary compromise. Reaching the first $10,000 saved proves capability, discipline, and a shift in identity more than it signifies wealth itself. Repeated small wins reshape mindset from scarcity to abundance, allowing confident decisions without stress or fear dictating actions. Social dynamics shift. Supportive people encourage growth, while unsupportive friends highlight the importance of boundaries to maintain new habits. Habits aligned with identity eliminate reliance on willpower, making financial decisions feel intuitive, automatic, and effortless. Every dollar saved or invested reinforces identity, teaching the brain that disciplined choices define who a person truly is. Consistency matters more than size. Regular small savings shape identity more effectively than occasional large deposits or windfalls. Momentum builds naturally. Small financial victories accumulate confidence, making larger strategic decisions easier and more aligned with long-term goals. Over months, financial discipline becomes second nature. Budgeting, saving, and investing seamlessly integrate into daily routines without conscious effort. Each decision strengthens identity, gradually replacing stress-driven behaviors with consistent, confident, and intentional financial management. Walking away money transforms perspective, enabling thoughtful risk-taking and opportunities without desperation or fear influencing choices. Identity-driven habits outperform temporary solutions. Repeated, deliberate actions create sustainable behavior that steadily builds long-term wealth. Each small milestone validates self-perception, reinforcing confidence and making future financial decisions easier and naturally aligned with personal goals. Social pressures can challenge early habits. Supportive peers enhance growth while resistant influences emphasize the importance of clear boundaries. Over time, disciplined actions become automatic. Financial decisions require minimal conscious thought, reducing stress and improving life balance. Every intentional action sends a signal to the brain, reinforcing identity and ensuring responsible financial behavior becomes habitual. Early milestones like saving the first $10,000 change mindset from scarcity to abundance, increasing clarity in decision making. Financial habits integrate with identity. Money management becomes effortless, automatic, and aligned with long-term goals, ensuring sustainable financial growth. Building consistent financial habits transforms money from a source of stress into a tool for freedom, opportunity, and long-term security. Each saved dollar reinforces identity, creating momentum that makes future financial decisions easier, more confident, and more aligned with goals. Early challenges, like resisting impulses or peer pressure, test commitment, but ultimately strengthen identity and habit formation over time. Walking away money provides psychological freedom, allowing intentional decisions in career, relationships, and investments without fear or compromise. Small, consistent actions compound. Over months, discipline becomes automatic and shapes long-term behavior more than any one-time effort could. Each milestone, from small savings to investments, validates identity, proving that wealth grows from habits and consistent decisions rather than luck. Social reactions vary. Supportive peers enhance growth, while unsupportive influences emphasize the importance of boundaries to protect new habits. Identity-driven financial behavior outperforms temporary solutions or crash diets, ensuring long-term progress and sustainable wealth accumulation. Habits aligned with identity reduce reliance on willpower, freeing mental energy and making money management effortless over time. Each deliberate decision sends a clear signal. Responsible financial behavior defines self-perception and guides future actions consistently. The first $10,000 saved proves capability and discipline, providing confidence to make larger, more strategic financial choices. Early wins shift mindset from scarcity to abundance, allowing clearer judgment, better opportunity recognition, and more intentional life decisions. Discipline becomes seamless. Saving, investing, and financial planning integrate naturally into daily routines, forming habits that last indefinitely. Over time, consistent action rewires thinking. Financial freedom becomes a natural outcome of identity, not a forced goal or temporary effort. The journey shows that wealth is not about money alone, but the identity, habits, and mindset built along the way, ensuring lasting success.